ABC's Matt Gutman has taken to social media to say the following. He said, yesterday, I tried to underscore the jarring contrast between this cold-blooded assassination of Charlie Kirk, a man who dedicated his life to public dialogue, and the personal, disturbing texts read aloud by the Utah County attorney at the press conference. I deeply regret that my words did not make that clear, but let there be zero doubt here. I unequivocally condemn this horrific crime and the pain it caused Charlie Kirk's family, those who were forced to witness it at UVU, and the millions of people that it inspired. Matt Gutman repeated that report on the touching love story between Tyler Robinson and his transgender roommate, not once but twice on ABC. I don't know what ideological prism, what mass psychosis, what indoctrination, what instinct led him to see not just the humanity, but the touching nature of the relationship between an assassin and his inspiration. I don't know what led not just Matt Gutman and not just ABC, but our media and information system at large to be so permanently, irredeemably broken. But I do know today, with that apology from Matt Gutman, there is a spiritual side of me that is forced to accept that apology. Let me tell you why. I don't know how to make sense of everything that's happening in the world. I don't know how to make sense of the fact that a good man doing good things to a great many was shot in the neck and murdered in cold blood for his self-professed beliefs. I don't know how to make sense of the chaos of people across this country celebrating what is an objective and easy to call evil. But I look up today and I see this happening across our world. In North Carolina, at a university, students there painted a mural on a rock. It's a red, white, and blue rock, 4 feet tall, 5 feet tall, with an image of Charlie Kirk and his words, which read, if you believe in something, you need to have the courage to fight for those ideas, not run away from them and try to silence them. Charlie Kirk, 1993 to 2025. That rock, that mural, defaced by 19, 18, 20-year-old students at that North Carolina university. Video on social media shows young women with light blue paint in front of mourners, stepping in, forcing their way to the front, smearing light blue paint all over this tribute to Charlie Kirk. It's not just in North Carolina. Horrible, horrible scene at Texas State University yesterday, where a student, again, at a vigil for Charlie Kirk, stood up, mocked the mourners, pantomimed the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Watch. Charlie Kirk got hit in the neck. He's not real. He's not real. He's not real. Oh my God. Everybody has my name is Charlie. That student not once but twice standing up in front of the crowd, slapping his neck, seizing like he'd been shot and falling out in front of everyone, spitting there on the ground then in front of all these students mourning Charlie Kirk. And it's not just Charlie Kirk. How about a mural to Irina Zalutska, a young woman from Ukraine, the Ukrainian refugee, stabbed on a Charlotte light rail train. There, a mural was painted on a city embankment in Pensacola, Florida. Image of Irina Zalutska, Pensacola mourns you with a broken heart. Vandals took to that, painted flowers over her eyes, and spray painted, return to, I don't know, Ukraine, end something, oppression. Defacing the mural of Irina Zalutska. The point is, this is evil. This is easy. This is not a high bar. It's so easy to point out. This isn't even left-right. It's certainly not Republican-Democrat. It doesn't make sense in that frame. It cannot make sense in that frame unless we are simply in this world for partisan politics, if we're only Team Red and we're only Team Blue. But at this point, we have to be able to call what is a clear moral dilemma in this country. Are we capable of defining evil? Are we capable of pointing out evil? It is an objective evil to celebrate murder. And if we're incapable of doing that, if a great segment of our neighbors, of our teachers, of our nurses, of our public servants can't look at something so obvious as the celebration of murder as evil, then we are in the midst of a spiritual war. Man, am I the imperfect person to explore what I do believe to my very core is at the core of what is facing us in America. I don't want to be a televangelist. I can't be a televangelist. I don't satisfy any of the qualifications personally or doctrinally to lead someone in any examination of the Spirit. All I am is a human, just like you. And I don't know how we escape the reality that we are in the midst of a spiritual war. Does that mean Christian versus Muslim? Does that mean Jew versus Muslim? Does that mean simply good guys and bad guys? Certainly it does not mean Republican and Democrat. No, what it means is there is a devil on one of our shoulders, a demon that sits perhaps permanently on all of our shoulders, and an angel on the other. That there's a battle inside the soul of man that must be waged every day. I wage that battle with myself. I want to give in to anger. I want to seek vengeance. But it is the better angel. It is the grace of God. It is that morality that keeps me choosing not the demon, but the angel. But far too many people in America have given in to that demon. And don't just look at these instances. Look at the cultural rot and the slide in our country that comes always under the banner of tolerance and comes under the banner of empathy that we have accepted in lieu of moral clarity on right and wrong, moral clarity on good and evil.